Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. Before I begin anything, just very quickly want to explain that I made a couple of videos yesterday. I went out in town with my bicycle. I made like a couple of videos. I was at one area that yeah, and for some reason my phone just didn't want to function properly. Like I thought it recorded that first video, and then when I went to my second location to record there, it was like it would record, okay, but it would be slow, like just using my camera. And and then when it comes to the end of the video, I tried to press stop, right, but it wouldn't stop. I mean, the least I could do was just kind of press pause. So I think it's probably around time that I might have to think about upgrading my phone because it's just kind of bogging down. It's slow on the uptake on different things. So I try to clean it out as much as I can, like delete stuff that I don't need on there. You know, whatever I need to save, I can always save it on my 1 terabyte drive here. So yeah. So yesterday, that's what happened. It's just I wanted to make videos. When I got home, none of them were saved. They were all corrupted because of that stopping thing. So yeah, I couldn't make any videos for you yesterday, and it was a shame because those videos would have been really cool. Okay, so as you see by the thumbnail, I am doing I call it a thread. Okay, it's a contest. If you want to join his contest, I'm sure there's still time. I'll leave all everybody's information down below as usual. But it's a George G. Could be apostrophe G. You know, Room of Rock. I will leave again links to that down below. Now, I got inspired to do this by Jack from the CD Cave. You know, I like watching his channel, and I'll leave his link down below and everything. So yeah, so it was the CD cave that I heard about this, and there's two parts to this contest. So I'll be leaving my entry anyway to on of course Georgie's Room of Rocks channel. So, but this is what I kind of want to show for what I have to. Okay, the first part of it you have to because it's not my 1,000, it's his 1,000 subscriber contest. And the first part is simple. You take the two words of 1,000, right? And for each letter, you just come up with like something from your CD collection or your album collection, your vinyl collection that that spells out the 1,000. And so I picked out a few things here that will give you an idea of what he's talking about. So for the O, now George G, he had chosen to do titles or band names. It didn't matter either or. I'm just strictly going with band names. Okay, so I'm just going with that. No titles, just band names because I have what I needed. So that's what I'm going to do. So for the O, I picked the band Ogre and this album here, The Devil in My Detail, which I really again super love. So it's Ogre. The O is for Ogre. And like they chose, of course, for the N, the second letter, I'm choosing Nazareth and the greatest hits. That's all I have of Nazareth, but it's an N, so I get to choose it. All right, and for my third entry, now some of you might argue that it shouldn't be under the first name, it should be under the last name, that I should be using that. But no, I'm going to use the E out of Eric Clapton, you know, and I can hear it from you guys now. It's like, no, that shouldn't count because it shouldn't be the E, it should be the C. You got to go by the last name. For for this, I'm making an exception, okay? It's E from Eric Clapton, and that's of course the E for one. Now, Let's go to the second word, 1,000. So for the T, 1,000, I'm going to go with Tool and my favorite album of all time, Lateralis. Okay, so it's T for Tool. Would it be anything else? No. Is it going to be Toto? No, I don't think so. So for H, okay, I'm picking Husker Du and Flip Your Wig. I'm picking that album, the H for Husker Du. For the O, I am going to go with Offspring and Smash. Probably my favorite album of theirs for sure. I love this album. For the U, I didn't have very. Oh yeah, there's something else I could have chosen. Yeah, there's something else I could have chosen, but I ended up going with the Joshua Tree for you too. I could have went with Rattle and Hum or the greatest hits that I have. And thanks to Larry Graves for sending me that. Still need to listen to them. Haven't gotten around to them yet, but I will. I will. Now, I would be doing an unservice to this great band if I didn't choose it for the S. Now, yeah, I have. I yes, I got Slayer. I could have chose Slayer, but no, I'm going with Sparks. Sparks. because they are mad. They are mad. And they'd be even madder if I didn't choose them. So yeah, that's for Sparks. A. The only A that I can see at the first of the alphabet for bands would be AC/DC. Oh yeah, they're up there. I could have chosen Anthrax and other stuff, but no, it's A for it's A for AC/DC. And now for N, okay, I went with Gary Newman. Okay, yes. Now what? Okay, now I'm on the last name for Newman. When for Eric Clapton, I was on the first name. If you're all up in arms about that, I could, where did I put that? Yeah. If you're all up in arms, I can change that E. I can change that E, okay, for Eric, and I put Enya. Enya. Put that Enya. Okay. So yeah, so is Gary Newman. I want it to be a little funny. It's kind of a joke. And then last but not least, for the D, I decided I want to go with Brothers in Arms from Dire Straits. So I'm taking the D from Dire Straits. So as you see, I'm taking all the band names rather than any titles of albums or anything. So now for the part two of this contest thing, okay, or thread as I'm calling it. I need to do some shout outs. Now, I'm not going to go through all the usual shout outs that I normally say. I'll leave a major link, I'll be pinning everything to the comments down below. It's going to be a long comment from that. But yeah, I'll leave everybody's information down there, including, which I don't mention enough, and so I want to reiterate that I also really like Alex from Beer and Vinyl. So if you're ever in his neighborhood, check out Alex and his channel at Beer and Vinyl. I need to catch up on some of that content, absolutely for sure. And I want to name this again because this is an important channel, and I still need to catch up on that. I have watched a couple of more videos, but I need to catch up. And I'm talking about my good friend Metal Guru 85, Johnny Gilroy, and his channel Music Time Capsule. Excellent. Hey, I'm still working on your song, but I'm getting closer to it. I'm getting closer to it once yeah, I'm almost ready to start putting it like to really start to try to write it down, and I have all the parts. I got most of the sound. I'm still kind of tweaking some of other things here and there, but your song is coming along. Okay, I just want to just I don't know how, again, I don't know when I'll be performing it or doing it, but it's going to be in sections. I'll be using both my keyboards and maybe even my stereo, and I'll have to film it. I will have to film it on my phone if I can, if I can. So I gotta look into all that. But yeah, so look forward to all that in the future. Again, I'm looking forward to upgrade as soon as possible, as much as possible, what I can, when I can. Okay, I do this because I love you guys. I'll try to make another video after this. I can't promise anything, but we'll see. I'll have more videos coming up this weekend for sure. Again, I don't know for sure, but I'll decide in the next 24 hours whether I'm going to go live this weekend. If I do, it probably will be on Saturday. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I still don't know yet. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, because I will love you forever, greatly appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like button. Too many of you are. And leave me comments. I do what I can to read your comments. At least give a like, my channel heart, and I try to respond as much as possible. I love comments. All right, everybody. Now I'm closing. Everybody, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.